Hey guys, GSP from GSP Talk Sports here. We're back again and we're talking World Cup qualifying around the world. So I know we would have gone through in previous videos uh, World Cup qualifying with our group, Trinidad and Tobago's group. That's Group B in CONCACAF. So we're going to go through the rest of the world interesting qualifying matches. So, well, we're starting off with CONCACAF. So in Group C action, we had Haiti with a 3-0 win over Nicaragua and uh, Honduras with a 0-0 draw with Costa Rica. And then in the other match, well, in the following match in that group, Honduras beat Haiti 3-0 and Costa Rica had a 4-1 win over Nicaragua. So how that puts the Group C table is Honduras on top on 8, Costa Rica on 6. Had Costa Rica lost to Nicaragua, Honduras would have clinched qualifying spot. And Haiti on 5. So Honduras 8, Costa Rica 6, Haiti 5. So interesting group there, Group C, CONCACAF. So a lot still to play for the automatic and the possible playoff spot. I'll go into playoffs in a little more detail later on with regards to intercontinental playoff and those other things. Moving on to Group A in CONCACAF, we had Suriname and Guatemala 1-1. And then El Salvador and Panama. Panama beat El Salvador 1-0. And then in the follow-up matches, so those would be the Thursday and the Tuesday matches. Follow-up matches, Panama and Suriname 1-1, and then Guatemala beat El Salvador 1-0. So that group, because Suriname, as I keep mentioning, has been punching above their weight, they are top on 6 on goal difference over Panama on 6 and Guatemala on 5. So remember, a lot of people would have predicted in this group it would be Panama and Guatemala 1 and 2. Suriname leads, and in the previous group, people would have predicted probably Costa Rica, Honduras. Haiti is still in the mix there. And moving on to our group, Group B in CONCACAF, we had Trinidad and Tobago, the 3-0 win over Bermuda, and Curacao with their 2-0 win over Jamaica. And then on the follow-up matches, we remember TNT drawing with Curacao 1-1 and Jamaica 4-0 over Bermuda. So how that stacks up our group, Jamaica on top on 9, Curacao on 8, Trinidad and Tobago 5, but well, Bermuda out basically they on 0 points. So um, Jamaica or Curacao could still clinch the automatic spot. A lot has to happen if Trinidad and Tobago has to still get an automatic spot. So the odds are not in our favor right now. We could try for the one of the best out 2 out of 3 second place finishers to finish in the playoff spot. So just to mention the games that will be coming up. So Trinidad and Tobago playing Jamaica on November 13th. Come out and support, guys. Let's get that victory, 3 points. And Bermuda will be hosting Curacao. So we're hoping for Bermuda upset there over Curacao. And then on the November 18th, the final day of qualification for us this round. TNT will be playing Bermuda, so hopefully there's another 3 points there at home and to rack up some goals against Bermuda. And Jamaica will be playing Curacao, so Jamaica may know exactly what they have to do against Curacao. Curacao may be needing a win or so against Jamaica to top the group. It would be hard for, as my partner Alex said, for Curacao to get any sort of result at the office in Jamaica. So that's an interesting one to look at. Moving on, Asian qualifying. So we had well, we have a lot of teams from Asia already qualified. So there's the remaining couple teams to to make it. We had Qatar actually making it recently because they had a 2-1 win over UAE, and UAE had beaten Oman 2-1 as well. And in the other group, Iraq had a win 1-0 over Indonesia, and Well, Saudi Arabia also qualified with a draw against Iraq. So the full list of Asian teams already qualified. We have Australia, Iran, Japan, Jordan, first time qualifiers. Qatar, second time. Well, we know Qatar qualifying for the second time. Well, they hosted. Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and Uzbekistan for the first time as well. So we have 8 teams already qualified from Asian qualifying. We mentioned Qatar and Saudi Arabia as well. And there will be a playoff between UAE and Oman to clinch intercontinental playoff spot. Right, so that is Asian qualifying. So moving on to UEFA, European qualifying. So some big ones, let me see. Group C, Denmark with a big 6-0 win over Belarus. By the way, who would have qualified from UEFA so far is only England. We know my boy Alvin side Portugal. They almost clinched automatic qualification, but they were denied against Hungary. Coming back to draw in the 93rd minute, I think my boy Sloboslai from uh, Liverpool denying Portugal their automatic spot because we know in UEFA only the top of the group um, out of the 9 groups. Sorry, 16. Yeah, 16 out of UEFA will be making it, and the second place teams have to go into their own. They have their own playoffs. So none of the UEFA teams going into the intercontinental playoff. So UEFA won't be sending any there. CONCACAF, will have the 2. Um, Africa has one, by the way. We'll go through how Africa going to get to that one team for the intercontinental playoff. OFC, Oceania has one going to that. That is New Caledonia, because New Zealand already booked their automatic spot. They have an automatic spot now, Oceania. COMEBOL have one as well. That is Bolivia, from South Africa, from South America. And Asia have one, which they have to do the playoff between UAE and Oman to decide who is that. So moving back to UEFA, so Denmark, big win 6-0 over Belarus. Scotland 3-1 over Greece. So how it stands, Denmark on top on 10 points, and Scotland just behind, right? Um, right, so Denmark and Scotland, right? 1 and 2, that's separated by goal difference. Moving on, Austria beat San Marino 10-0. So yeah, we have these sort of results happening in Europe. I think there's 56 teams in Europe. So you'll have the smaller teams giving up a whole lot of goals. So we have Austria 10-0 over San Marino, and Cyprus and Bosnia 2-2. This is in Group H. So how that group is standing right now. We also had the return matches there. We had Cyprus 4, San Marino 0, and Romania 1, Austria 0. So Austria is on top on 15, and Bosnia and Herzegovina, or whatever I call it now, is second on 13. So interesting there in Group H. Will it be Austria? Will it be Bosnia? In Group C, before will it be Denmark or Scotland clinching the automatic spot? Group H, I know we're going kind of random here based on how the matches were played. In Group G, and we had Finland 2-1 over Lithuania, and Holland 4-0 over Malta, right? So Holland almost there, right? Gakpo with a double, by the way. Way to go, Gakpo. Holland on top on 16, and Poland on 13. So just basically at one point probably needed there for Holland to make it. Group L, we have Czechia and Croatia 0-0, and Faroe Islands with a big 4-0 win over Montenegro. So how that group is: Croatia on top, Czechia on 13, sorry, Croatia on 16, Czechia on 13, Faroe Islands in with us a shout at a playoff um, spot on 12. And in the follow up games, Faroe Islands have actually beat Czechia 1-0, and Croatia had a 3-0 over Galbaratar. In Group A, straightforward Germany 4-0 over Luxembourg, Northern Ireland 2-1 over Slovakia. Surprise there. This group is Germany and Slovakia 1-2 on 9 points, on separated by goal difference. Northern Ireland on 6. So how it's going to go there? Who's going to clinch the automatic spot there? Moving on to Group B, Kosovo and Slovenia 0-0, and Switzerland beating Sweden 2-0. Boy, Isaac in trouble left for Sweden, boy. So in Group B, Switzerland leads on 10 points and Kosovo is on 7 in second. Group D, France 3, Azerbaijan 0, Ukraine 5, Iceland 3. So in the follow-up matches there, Iceland and France drew, 2-2 all. Good result there for Iceland, and Ukraine 2-1 over Azerbaijan. So that how that group stands is France on top on 10 points, Ukraine on 7, Iceland on 4. So still all to play for with the automatic and the playoff spot there in Group D. Group J, UEFA. Kazakhstan beat Liechtenstein 4-0, and Belgium and North Macedonia 0-0. And we also had Belgium beating Wales 4-2. So Belgium on top on 14, North Macedonia on 13, and Wales on 10. So who will it be out of Group J? Will it be Belgium automatically or North Macedonia? I don't know if they're about qualifying North Macedonia, so it will be a big one for them. Or Wales with the playoff spot, so we'll see. Group E, UEFA. Turkey 6, Bulgaria 1, Spain 2, Georgia 0. And then follow-up matches, Spain beat Bulgaria 4-0 and Turkey 4-1 over Georgia. So in that group, Spain is almost there on 12 points, leading over Turkey on 9. That's Group E. Group F, UEFA, Hungary 2, Armenia 0, Portugal 1, Iceland 0. But then, as I mentioned before, Portugal, CR7 with the 2 for Portugal against Hungary 2 with the last minute equalizer from Soboside, denying Portugal that qualification spot, but most likely they will make it in the next one. So Portugal on top there on 10, Hungary on 5, Iceland on 4. Just a little push again needed for Portugal. Boy, Alvin probably really glad. Group I, Norway 5, Israel 0, and Italy 3-1 over Estonia. Now Italy were in some trouble, or possibly not qualifying for their third straight World Cup. My boy Neil, all right, no. So they kind of pulled it back a bit. Norway still leads on 18, almost there for Norway, and Italy on 15, right? So likely that Norway can clinch it and Italy into the playoff spots. So we'll see how that one develops. And in Group K, Latvia 2, Andorra 2, and Serbia 0, Albania 1. That group also has England. England beat Latvia 5-0, and Serbia beat Andorra 3-1. So England is on top on 18. England actually qualified already. They're on top on 18, and Albania on 11 on second, and Serbia following on 10. So who will clinch the playoff berth there? That's left to be seen. So we went through Asian CONCACAF UEFA. So CAF in Africa, starting with Group D. We have the big group here with Cameroon and Cape Verde. So Cameroon drew with Angola 0-0. Cape Verde beat Eswatini, right? Sorry, 3-0 to clinch their spot. They clinch an automatic spot. So first time for Cape Verde, becoming the second smallest nation to qualify. I think they have a population of 550,000 or thereabout. So Iceland has the record now, taken from Trinidad and Tobago, by the way. They have the record now with 300,000. Now they're about Cape Verde, second smallest now to qualify, with 500,000. Who has a chance as well? Faroe Islands, if they were to qualify, they only have 55,000 or something like that. So they're going to blow it out of the water. And if not, Curacao could probably clinch it with their 155,000. So Cape Verde taking the top spot there and qualifying, and Cameroon goes into the playoff. Big things in Africa. Group F, Kenya 1, Burundi nil. We have moving on to Group H. We have Liberia versus Namibia. Liberia 3, Namibia 1. And Tunisia had a big 6-0 win over Saint-Tropez Principe. So Tunisia qualified with 28 points on top, and Namibia um, second on 15. Group H, we have Uganda 1-0 over Botswana, and Guinea 2-1 over Mozambique, Algeria 3-0 over Somalia. So Algeria already qualified, top of that group. Uganda 18, Mozambique 18, Guinea on 5. The playoff spots for Africa here were already decided. I'll touch on those shortly. Group B, Senegal beat South Sudan 5-0, and Democratic Republic of Congo 1-0 over Togo. So we have Senegal qualified on 24 points, and Democratic Republic of Congo going to the playoff. Group C, big ones here. Nigeria with a 2-1 win over Lesotho, and Benin with a 1-0 over Rwanda, and South Africa joined with Zimbabwe. And then South Africa in the return leg, they beat Rwanda 3-0 to qualify. So South Africa back in the World Cup. Bafana. Nigeria with a 4-0 win over Benin, who were in danger. Nigeria were in danger of missing out, and they put themselves into the playoff spot. Remember, in Africa, we have the 9 groups, and only the top team qualifies. And then the 4 best second place teams out of the 9 go into their playoff, and their playoff is for one spot, one intercontinental, one. So their playoffs is the 4 second place teams. The winner is not qualifying for the World Cup. The winner goes into the intercontinental playoffs. So just imagine how hard that's going to be. Group F, Gabon 4-3 over Gambia, and Gambia beating Seychelles 7-0. Ivory Coast 7-0 over Seychelles as well. So Seychelles collecting 7-7. So in that one, Ivory Coast kind of almost there. They top on 26 and Gabon on 25. Actually, Ivory Coast qualified. So Ivory Coast in and Gabon into the playoffs. In Group E, that one we have Morocco long qualified from that one, by the way. Group A, we have Egypt qualified, and Burkina Faso just missing out on a playoff spot. And Group I, we have Ghana in that group. Ghana with a 1-0 win. How it's actually going to go, by the way. So in the playoffs for Africa, we have Gabon ranked 70th, Democratic Republic of Congo ranked 60th, Cameroon 52, Nigeria 45. So how it goes, the top ranked Nigeria play in the lowest ranked Gabon, right? So basically, top playing the lowest rank. And then we have Democratic Republic of Congo playing Cameroon. So the winner of Gabon, Nigeria will play the winner of Democratic Republic Congo and Cameroon. Just imagine, that is like a Nigeria-Cameroon possible final there. Not even for automatic qualifying spot. And they have to go into an intercontinental playoff. That intercontinental playoff, we don't want to be in that. That is a real problem. So if Trinidad and Tobago is in that, just imagine you had to play teams like possibly Nigeria or Cameroon, right? Nigeria ranked 45th, Cameroon ranked 52. And that would be, as I said, Africa's one intercontinental playoff. And just to touch on this too, Nigeria, with their 4-0 win, they got through into the playoff spots on one goal difference. So if they had won 3-0, they would have been out. Because they won 4-0, they got over Burkina Faso on goal difference to make the playoffs. So lots of action all around. Just to just to go through as well. So by the way, Japan come from behind to beat Brazil 3-2 on a friendly, and Argentina hitting Puerto Rico for 6. So I'll go through all the playoffs and stuff in a follow-up video. So let me know what's your thoughts on the World Cup qualifying in the rest of the world. So far, the qualified teams, we mentioned Asia, we have Australia, Iran, Japan, Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and Uzbekistan. In CAF, Africa, we have Algeria, Cape Verde, Egypt, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Senegal, South Africa, Tunisia. Right, so we have the nine tops there. In CONCACAF, well, we already have the Canada, Mexico, US, and three others. Whoever top their groups will be the other three automatic. COMEBOL, we have Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Uruguay, uh, OFC, Oceania, New Zealand, and UEFA, we have England so far. So let me know your thoughts on the World Cup qualifying rest of the world. And as I said, I'll go through how difficult this playoffs is in a follow-up video. So we know is, by the way, is 48 teams now qualifying for the World Cup, up from the 32. So increased by 16 teams. And I'll go through how the teams, the groups are structured and all that. So let me know what you all think, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. World Cup qualifying rest of the world. Who you think is going to make it for the remaining spots? I think we have 29 teams qualified so far. So that'll be 11 and 8, 19 more teams to go. Who do you think that 19 going to be? Let us know. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for the support from all over the world. I've been getting positive thoughts from Far East, said North America, Jamaica, all over the Caribbean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On our way to 300. Thank you, guys. Keep liking, sharing, and all of that. So, GSP Talk Sports, World Cup qualifying around the world. Thanks, guys.